Now we're going to talk about the seated row. Several different ways depending on what equipment is in the gym. This one we're going to use the cables. First, I typically use this bar for a narrow and wide grip. You can use, this one's being used, you can use this bar or something similar to it. Now, I've defined the range of distance from the bench to the frame by the length of this bar. It's not an absolute, it's just that we standardize it and keep it at that distance at all times. We position this to where when you're pulling this bar, and you'll see it should hit right here in this part of your torso. The cable should be relatively level with the floor. There are two ways that I use this bar, is a narrow grip and a wide grip. The narrow is the width of my waist, not in close, but the width of my waist. That allows me to keep my elbows in tight. That will work down more in the center of my back. And also grab it wide. Now for a bigger person, you would grab wide here. For a smaller person, you go wide out to here. Same principle. If you're going to use the straight bar, the width of your waist here and wide out possibly around this area here. You want to go narrow and wide to change up the recruitment pattern in what you're primarily working is, which is your lats. The distance the bench is put, I standardize it by using this as the measuring. I'm going to hook this in. Now first go narrow. You have to kind of walk it back, lean back when you walk it in. You're going to have a little bend in your knees. Don't have it sticking up like this, but just a slight bend. Head up, shoulders back. The weight should be such that you can touch your body at all times. Exhale, snapshot. Exhale, snapshot. Always be in control of that weight. Snapshot. And of course, the other way is when you do it wide. Grab it wide. Here in my case, since I'm a bigger person, I take the wider grip. 1, snapshot. 2, snapshot. If you can't touch your body, particularly in the beginning, the weight's too heavy. Now when you get toward the end of the second or third set, you may not be able to completely touch. You may only be able to get to here because you're going to start to get a fatigue factor. You may only get to here, but you got to be able to stop and hold it. If you can't stop and hold it, you're done. Exhale, snapshot. Exhale, snapshot. Be careful when you walk it back in, keep it a little lean back. That is the seated row for this particular cable system. Now what we're going to do is different stretches. I'm going to show you some examples. Depending on what gym you're in, you'll have different choices. Initially put your hands together, not wide. Lean back. A little bit in your knee. Back. Let your arms go straight. You should feel the pull right through here. Or you can cross grip. Lean back like this. This is what I call it water ski stretch. Third area here is third choice of stretches. Come in here. See, there's a lot of different ways to get that stretch after you've done your seated row.